the first program you are doing for an Indian Space Organization to build a rocket system, put a satellite in the orbit. Will you do it? A question working in my mind. Then Professor Satish Dhawan called me to understand my vaccination. What's the problem? He told me one advice he gave me. I want to share with you. Exactly that advice is really, you are making it reality. The advice he gave me was that, if you don't, Kalam, if you don't do any work, no problem, isn't it? You will all of you. No problem. If you do a complex program, complex project, naturally you will have complex problems also. Complex project, complex problem. But as he told me, at no time you should allow the problem to be your captain. You should be the captain of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed. This is the advice he gave. This advice exactly suits Bay people, exactly suits the Valley people. I believe what we need today is such type of attitude. Take risk. Don't be afraid of risk. When you success, you share the success. Make the nation great wherever you are. That's very important. Whichever nation you are working, you make that nation great. It's very important. That's your primary task because you are living in this nation. So friends, it is a big experience for me. Last 24 hours I am here, and now the topic I have selected for you. Do you have any idea what topic I should talk to you next week? No? Yes? The topic I have selected for you, what can I give? Okay? What can I give? That's the heading. You have put the same question, each one of you. What can I give? We will get a fantastic answer. I am delighted to address and interact with the members of Indian Institute of Science, alumni, PAN IIT and TAI and the family members. My greetings to all of you. Now, during the last 5 years plus, when I was the president, even before that, in India and abroad, I have met over 2 million youth below 17 years in groups ranging from 1,000, 50,000, sometimes even a lakh, in several occasions. In many of these meetings, one question I have been invariably asked, which is relevant to this great audience. What is that question? They ask me, there are a large number of professionally qualified people, doctors, engineers, scientists, academic people, migrate to foreign countries, particularly USA, for further studies, research, or employment. Is it not such a brain drain, a big problem for the country? This is the question. Quite often, young people ask me. Then the answer I gave, I want to check with you whether the correct answer. I firmly tell that it's not the brain drain. This is the point I made it. But of course, there's a lot of difference of opinion in my statement. I used to say, compared to the Indian population of 1 billion people, about 22 million people are spread throughout the world and are contributing to the nation where they have settled and are maintaining their connectivity with their parents and the education institution, thereby enriching both the countries. Many of them have settled down as entrepreneurs, doctors, engineers, or even political leaders. I recollect now the famous saying of Avayar. Some of you heard about Avayar, the great poet of Tamil Nadu. She said, this 1,500 years back, she said, this is what Avayar said. Mission of life should be to yearn knowledge, according to her. Mission of life should be to yearn knowledge and wealth, even if it needs crossing the oceans. That's what you have done. That is our great culture. I am delighted to see all of you performing well in your profession, crossing multiple oceans. I also used to say Columbus discovered America. Imagine America has been discovered, but nobody gone to settle there, America will not be there. And Europe, many European citizens moved there, enriched there. If people have not moved from one country to another, America would not have been born. For example, let us take the Silicon Valley, which is a great scientific institution, the research institution, and the enterprises. If you see the constituents of the Silicon Valley, you will find they are all American, Chinese, Indians. I am convinced that movement enriches the society. It is of course a debating point. You may also like to give your views for shaping our thoughts. Keeping this in mind, I have selected what can I give as the topic for initiating discussion today. Okay? Up to this, okay? Now, one area, the unity of minds. Unity of minds, definition varies. If you are in the valley, you may have one definition. If you want to go out of the valley, another definition. If you are in India, another definition. So I would like to give you one definition. I was telling the classic dialogue of Plato, a book, famous book, where Plato brings out our aim, according to me, the aim of a nation, a great leader of a nation should be. Our aim, Plato says, our aim in founding the state was not the disproportionate happiness of any one class, but the greatest happiness of the whole. In 2,400 years ago, he said that. Similarly, during the same period, Tamil poet Saint Thiruvalluvar said, "Piniinmai, selvam, vilavinbam, yevam, aniyanba, naatrukkaind." That is, the important elements that constitute a nation are being disease-free, wealth, high productivity, harmonious living, and strong defense. We have to find how we can provide all these elements to all the citizens of the nation on an equal basis for happiness for all. This may result in an extremism-free world, a peaceful world. I would like to first discuss with you, my personal experience in exploring what brings happiness to the human being, what brings the happiness to the human being. In the year 2003, I visited our state, Arunachal Pradesh. There, a place called Tawang. The Tawang is about 3,500 meter altitude. Tawang is there. And I stayed and spent some time, nearly for a day I spent. One thing I observed, wherever I go, the villages or the town in that area, or the monks there, monastery, where 300 monks were there, all were happy. So I want to know why people are happy. You can have everything, but still happiness is a big question mark. So I stayed and spent some time there. I observed a unique situation of happiness. Then I asked, why is radiating happiness everywhere? I asked the chief monk, can you tell me why this whole village population, young to old, the experience, they are so happy? Then that monk told me a formula he gave me. That formula, very tough formula, but I won't share it. I was asking myself, what is the new feature of Tawang and surrounding villages? Then the chief monk told me, he gave me one equation. That equation like this. He says that you are first he said, you are the president of India, you should know why your people are happy. But I told him, I want to hear from you because you are the ruler of this place. You give your experience, spiritual experience. Then he told me, there was a beautiful golden image of Lord Buddha, radiating smile and peace. The chief monk assembled nearby all his nearly 100 young and experienced monks. The chief monk and myself were sitting amidst them. The chief monk gave a short discourse.